SpaceX's satellite network has garnered a lot of interest and attention following the Russian invasion. The Starlink satellite network system, owned by U.S. billionaire Elon Musk, is once again in the spotlight. Local Russian media have revealed how the destruction of the Starlink satellite network could be achieved, confirming Musk's suspicions that Russia might try to bring down the satellites. Before continuing, I recommend you subscribe to our channel and activate the bell to be aware of the Elon Musk environment. SpaceX CEO Elon Musk says his Starlink satellite internet service is the main and only communication system for the Ukrainian army still working on the front lines, hinting that he would be happy to step aside if someone wants to replace your company by providing a similar service. Recently, Musk declared that SpaceX cannot continue to finance the existing satellite internet service in Ukraine indefinitely or send new terminals to that country for free, for which he asked the U.S. Department of Defense to assume the respective costs. On the other hand, he explained that the high cost of its internet service on Ukrainian territory is due to the fact that there is a huge difference between communications of peace and communications of the combat front. According to the Tesla boss, Starlink is the only communication system still working on the front lines. The others are all dead. Russia is actively trying to kill Starlink in Ukraine. To safeguard it, SpaceX has diverted huge resources for defense. Still, Starlink is at risk of dying. Internet fiber optics, phone lines, cell phone towers, and other means of space communication in combat zones have been destroyed. Starlink is all that's left for now, he added. According to local Russian media, a large number of missiles with a range of at least 500 kilometers will be needed to destroy the Starlink satellite network. The report, which claims to be based on the opinions of military experts, further notes that with more than 3,000 SpaceX satellites currently in orbit, it would take at least 4,000 missiles to destroy the satellite network. However, the network could continue to function, albeit in a minimal way, as some of the satellites are orbiting at an altitude of 600 kilometers beyond the range of the missiles. Russia is actively trying to take down Starlink. To protect itself, SpaceX has diverted enormous resources to defense. Still, Starlink may die, Musk said in a tweet. Starlink is a next-generation satellite network designed to provide broadband internet services around the world. SpaceX launched the project in February 2018. In September, Musk announced that satellite internet provider Starlink is available on all continents. According to a SpaceX report published in September, the company has donated more than $120 million worth of Starlink services to Ukraine this year, and it anticipates that it could cost up to $400 million to continue doing so in the future. This is why the corporation has recently asked the U.S. Pentagon to take over and pay for this satellite assistance to Ukraine. Mikhailo Fedorov, Ukraine's digital transformation minister, asked Musk to send Starlink stations and satellite internet to his country on February 26, just after Russia launched the invasion and crippled Kyiv's communications network. Shortly afterward, Musk declared that Starlink service was up and running in Ukraine and vowed to send more terminals there. Earlier this month, media outlets claimed that the Russian military was attempting to jam Starlink satellite communications with the Tirada-2S electronic jamming device. Few details about the system are available in the public domain. Asked if Russia would attempt to destroy the Starlink network, Squadron Chief Vijayender K. Thakur, RET, Indian Air Force veteran and Eurasian Times internal analyst, said, "An attempt to physically remove the Starlink system would be a recklessness. Surely Russia has neither the resources nor the will. He could contemplate degrading the Starlink satellites using his Perseverant laser weapon, but even that wouldn't make sense." The Starlink satellite system has helped Ukrainian troops with precision strikes. Several advanced drone and missile systems are guided by the satellite navigation service provided by Starlink and other NATO satellites. For this reason, the Russians have begun to suspect Starlink. The Russians have warned that they could destroy civilian satellites that help the war. SpaceX's satellite network has garnered a lot of interest and attention following the Russian invasion. Chinese military observers are increasingly concerned that SpaceX's Starlink satellite network is contributing to the U.S. military's dominance of space, the Eurasian Times reports. Group Captain Arvind Pandey, a geospatial intelligence analyst, told the Eurasian Times that Russia would not be able to eliminate the entire Starlink network. According to him, Moscow could remove a handful of Starlink satellites, but not thousands. The only way it could do this would be through directed energy weapons, DEO, or anti-satellite missions that would require launching satellites into space. This brings us to Musk's interactions with the media, in which he stated that it would be a challenge to remove the satellites. If you're trying to get Starlink out, it's not easy because there are 2,000 satellites, he said. And he added, that means a lot of anti-satellite missiles. I hope we don't have to put this to the test, but I think we can launch satellites faster than they can launch anti-satellite missiles. Will Russia be able to eliminate a part of this network? And if he does, what consequences would come? There are many questions. Time will tell. Do not forget to be subscribed and activate the bell. Until next time.